Welcome back to Business Insights Daily. I'm your host, Sashank. Today, we're looking at a fascinating alliance in the world of AI labs and old school consulting power. Accenture signed a 3-year deal. Anthropic will be Cloud in the business operations around the world. According to reports, the agreement will train 30,000 Accenture employees on Anthropic's flagship Claude models. Make Accenture Anthropic's top three enterprise customers and sit alongside a separate pact Accenture has linked with OpenAI, positioning the firm as a kind of multi-cloud regulator for AI. So let's unpack what this deal is, why it matters so much to both sides, and what it tells us about AI, how exactly AI will enter the enterprise. What's in the basic Accenture Anthropic deal? First, the contours. Accenture has agreed to a 3-year partnership with Anthropic focused on helping the large organization adopt Claude across a range of use cases: customer service, document analysis, software modernization, risk management, and internal knowledge workflows. As a part of this, Accenture plans to train 30,000 consultants and technical specialists on how to design, implement, and govern solutions using Anthropic's Claude models, build industry specific assets, and reference architecture. Think about how pre-built templates, banks, insurers, and systems and manufacturers, and bundle Claude into Accenture's broader AI offerings, which already include Alliance, OpenAI, Microsoft, and OT. Anthropic, for its part, has said this agreement makes Accenture one of its top three enterprises globally, alongside cloud and model training partners. The financial terms weren't disclosed, but the signal is clear. This isn't just another API contract, it's a strategic go-to-market channel. If you're Anthropic, you just plug their model into a firm that serves three-quarters of the global Fortune 500. If you're Accenture, you just tie the consulting model to a machine that's competing head-on with OpenAI and safety and reasoning benchmarks. Why Accenture needs deals like this? To understand why this matters for Accenture, you have to look at the consulting business model in the AI era. Accenture has around 750,000 employees globally, deep relationships with large enterprises in sectors like financial services, healthcare, and the public sector, and a large history of monetizing new technology waves. ERP in the 90s, cloud in the 2010s, and now AI. AI is different in one big way. It's horizontal. It can touch almost every process: marketing, HR, operations, IT, customer service. That's an opportunity, but also a coordination nightmare for big companies. So Accenture's big pitch is: will help you figure out where AI makes sense, will design the governance, risk, and compliance frameworks, and will plug in the right models from whoever under one roof. That's why this deal includes training 30,000 people. Accenture wants a critical mass of its workforce to be fluent in Claude's capabilities, safety tools, and integration patterns. Those consultants then walk into client boardrooms and become de facto sales and adoption channels for Anthropics. From Accenture's perspective, this is about differentiating its AI prices with the best of breed models, not being tied to a single vendor so it can advise clients more credibly, and capturing high margin transformation work, strategy implementation, and managed services on top of the model layer. One of the most intriguing pieces here is that Accenture has also signed a separate pact with OpenAI. So it's not just choosing a single winner, it's building a multi model portfolio. This reflects where enterprise AI seems to be heading. Different models for different tasks. One model might excel at long form analysis, another at code, another at multimodal analysis. Different risk profiles. Some clients may choose Anthropic for perceived safety, others OpenAI or Google Gemini for ecosystem reasons, and different deployment patterns. Some in public cloud, some in virtual private networks, and some on prem. Accenture's bet is that large organizations won't want to manage that patchwork themselves. Instead, they'll ask, can you give us a unified AI strategy even if the engines under the hood are different? That puts consulting firms as system integrators right in the middle of the value chain. They're not building the models, but heavily influencing which models win where. it also raises an interesting strategic question for Anthropic and OpenAI. If the gatekeepers to the enterprise are big integrators, who really owns the customer relationship in the long run? On paper, it's a 3 year services alliance, but according to Anthropic and Accenture, there's a deeper play. Accenture is trying to rebuild itself as an AI first transformation partner, not just a systems integrator. Anthropic is trying to build a distribution and trust network faster than it could on its own, by piggybacking on a global services giant. And both are, in different ways, trying to define what responsible AI at scale actually looks like in real companies. The curious part of this is how much will succeed because of technology, and how much will depend on all the unglamorous pieces. Training 30,000 people, rewriting client processes, dealing with resistance, and iterating on first attempts on sure. In other words, the hard part may not be Claude. It may be teaching 30,000 humans how to use the bill, and thousands of companies redesign what they do around it. That's where these kind of partnerships become footnotes, turning points. This is Business Insights Daily. Stay tuned for more in the world of business information and technology. I'm your host, Shank, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.